What up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy E.T. That's right, it's going down again. Greatness is upon you, the conference, and we taking it to a whole nother level. October 3rd through October 5th, Talking Stick Resorts, Scottsdale, Arizona, baby. You cannot afford to miss it. Look, guys, I'm gonna show you how we went from the backyard. That's right, you remember the backyard to Egypt. That's right, the backyard to the UK, baby. The backyard to Australia. The backyard to the world. The backyard to the NFL, Major League Baseball, the NBA. Guys, I'm going to share with you the secrets that some of the greats shared with me if you're trying to take your business to the next level. If you're trying to get your employees to have a different perspective, a different approach to how they work, to work with a level of tenacity, with perfection, right? With a skill set, a hunger that they've never worked with before. You cannot afford to miss this opportunity of a lifetime, October 3rd through October 5th, Talking Stick Resorts. Be there.
Next, we turn to our series on the high school dropout problem.
The country's report card on dropouts, a dismal
Tonight
D.
we begin a special look at a crisis that is largely hidden in this country, illiteracy.
Of the 4 million students who enter high school every year, almost 1.3 million will drop out before graduation. That's 7,000 every school day, one dropout every 26 seconds.
Wow, I haven't been back to this place in over 20 years. You know, this was a real, it's a real dark time in my life. I just, remember feeling that spirit of just anxiety come over me. Like, man, I'm about to be alone, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I had a phone or electricity. I didn't really have running water like that. When I look at this building, not only does it represent, an abandoned building, but I guess symbolically, that's where I was at that time. I felt abandoned, I felt lost. I'm excited about the fact that 20 years later, I'm living to tell the story. And while I escaped this place, a lot of people didn't escape it who need help. And more importantly, there are a lot of young people who are ending up in this place. They're following that cycle. And I want to give them the blueprint, I want to give them the map to how to get out of here. People ask me all the time, E.T., with the type of success that you're having, why now? Why would you start a nonprofit organization, at this particular point, in your career? And I'll be honest with you, it goes all the way back, of course, to me dropping out of high school. When I look at that kid who's a high school dropout, or that kid who's homeless, or that kid who's having trouble in school, I see myself. I haven't been in my school in, some years. And when I came, of course, these bars didn't exist. But these bars, man, these chains, this is symbolic of what we're talking about, why our organization is so important, because that's our kids' experience, that they're locked in, but they're not being exposed to the world. We know that research shows us that, most of these kids have not gone a 10-mile radius outside of their home. So, as we look at this school, not only their physical chains and locks, and bars, they're mental. What we want to do is, we want to break the chain. Like literally, we want to give these kids an opportunity to see the world. It's only fair.
Wow. It's a whole, I had class in here like last semester, and it's 600 students. Literally 600 students.
And so there are some people that would look at kids who have not had the greatest start, and see them as failures. And we don't necessarily see them as failures. We see a group of young people who have not necessarily found their way out yet. They've not found their strengths. They've not found their purpose or their passion for living. And I think what makes us so unique is that we understand, one, through patience, we're going to be able to help these kids to go from a series of failure to a series of success. And again, I say that from personal experience, being a high school dropout, now a PhD candidate. So I think patience is one thing, but I think what's most important is how we see these young people. Like, honestly, we see a diamond in the rough.
Before the mentoring program, my GPA was a 2.6. When I started it, it went up to 3.1.
Before I started this program, my grades were like real low. And like after the program, my grades went up to like, my GPA was like a 3.1. It changed my attitude towards my teachers. Like I actually started going to class.
I knew I wanted to play basketball. I knew I wanted to be in this program. I knew what I had to do. I just started working harder, started doing better in the classroom, started listening, started getting motivated to do better.
He motivated me to do better because like when he compared his struggles to like with the same thing that we were going to, that motivated me because like if he can do it, then I can do it.
The third thing I want to talk to you about is exposure. My mother calls it triple darkness. She calls it what?
Triple darkness.
You don't know that you don't know that you don't know.
I think that it would be powerful for an organization like IUE to come into our school because I think the impact was real after Eric Thomas came. It was very interesting. I had one particular student that was doing a lot of skipping in class, and she also was just not very focused in class. And so for the rest of the school year, like she came in every day and she's like, I'm trying to create a new normal. From there until the rest of the school year, like she was in class every day doing exactly what she was supposed to. If she would have had some type of mentorship earlier on, or if she would have met him earlier on and had these messages really like help motivate her, I think that it could have made a world of a difference. And she watched the videos before, but I think it's much different, when he's actually there and she got to meet him.
I think what separates, this nonprofit from so many other nonprofits is, honestly, we've been there, done that. We've dropped out of high school. We've been homeless. We failed on all levels. It took me 12 years to get a 4-year degree. And many of the people that work with me, they didn't graduate in 4 years. So you're not talking about people who are talking down to people. You're not talking about people, who don't know how to communicate. We have a rare ability to connect with people in a way that others cannot. And more importantly, we found a way to empower people, not just motivate and inspire. We found a way through goal framing to help young people to say, what do I want to be in my life? We found a way to help kids connect with their why. What's my why? Why am I living? What's my purpose? Why do I exist? We have literally started from the bottom, many of us, and we found a way to win.
I can't even imagine like the impact, the significant impact that it would have to have him in like a program within our school to inspire and motivate and to give the kids the skills necessary on a consistent basis to succeed.
And that's what's wrong with some of y'all. You ain't got no accountability. You ain't got nobody checking you. You are old enough to go to class and sit down and act like you got some sense. You're old enough to do your homework. You're not dumb, you're not stupid. Stop acting like it.
Eric Thomas is someone that has distinguished himself as having a unique ability to reach the youth in inner city America. And he's able to move the youth in a positive direction to take positive action in their own lives so that they can complete school and be successful. I encourage those who are thinking about supporting this program to do so because it will make a difference in the lives of youth. And I am confident that this program, this initiative, will have a major impact not only on the youth of Buffalo, but youth in cities around the country.
I know I can't change everybody, but I'm gonna try to change as many people as I can. We talking Detroit, Chicago, Gary, St. Louis. Wherever our babies are, wherever they are and they trapped, man, we coming to save you. You know what I'm saying? We coming to get you. And trust me, I'm not talking about what I read or what I heard, and I have read some stuff, I have heard some stuff, but I'm talking about what I experienced, what I went through, and how God blessed me to get out this place. There are those of you who've never experienced this in your life. There's those of you who have experienced this. We're asking for your help. I can't do it alone. I'm asking for your help. Say, E.T., how can I help? Whatever you can do to help us financially, whatever you can do
you know, in terms of your influence to help us to impact the world. But I'm just gonna keep it 100, man. The last 5, 6 years, I poured into the world. I mean, I poured into people. And all I'm asking for now is a return on my investment. And I'm not asking you to do anything specifically for me. I'm asking you to help me and help my team so we can help others. Because too many of our babies, this is their reality. Like, too many of our babies are trapped in this place. And we need to go in. While others are going out, we need to go in.